Hey everybody, a new Marvel legend has arrived and he goes by the name of Morbius. Alright, I'm just gonna cut to the chase right now. You should go out and watch this movie. Watch this movie if you've been a bad boy or girl this past week and you want to punish yourself. Watch this movie if you want a good excuse to wait 2 hours of your life and never get it back. Watch this movie if you are suffering from insomnia and you're looking for a cure. Watch this movie if you like throwing your money away. Watch this movie if you think Space Jam 2 was the best movie of 2021. In fact, this movie is such hot garbage. I dare you to go out there and watch this movie right now. In fact, I double dare you. No, better yet, I triple dog dare you.
Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare and going right for the throat.
I've never felt so bored in a movie in a very long time. I think I dozed off at least 2 or 3 times during the whole thing. It's amazing that a movie like Morbius. What?
No, it's Morbius.
What did I say? Morbius? Whatever. It's more like morphine, because that's what I felt like I was under when I was watching this movie. Actually, now that I think about it, it's brilliant that this movie is coming out on April Fool's Day, because it definitely made a fool out of me thinking that this was going to be any good.
Waka waka.
I really felt like I didn't get any kind of entertainment or enjoyment in watching this movie at all. I mean, yeah, we got introduced to a new Marvel character, but a Marvel legend? Someone tell me where this Marvel legend is, because I'm still waiting for that person to show up. Honestly, if you've watched all the trailers of this movie, then you basically got the whole gist of the movie right there. In fact, I feel like they showed you the entire movie in the trailer. Well, with the exception of this scene that wasn't in the movie, nor this scene.
I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
Oh yeah, this scene. The one scene that was hammered into our eyes and brains this whole time. It's not even in the movie. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because it wouldn't have made the movie any better. You have a doctor who has an ailment, he's trying to look for a cure, turns himself into a crazy vampire, he's learning how to try and deal with it, people around him are freaking out, somebody else wants the same type of powers, and now he's forced to kind of stop that person. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty simple, right? There, I just saved you 20 bucks. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not in a great mood today. Maybe this movie was not meant for me. I don't know. Perhaps I should just take a brief moment, take some deep breaths, and relax. Nah, man. Nah. This movie's just terrible. I get now why this movie was delayed 6 times. I mean, I think Sony just had no idea what to do with this movie. Even with how bad I thought the 2 Venom movies were, nothing prepared me for how bad this movie turned out to be. In fact, I had more fun with the Venom movies because at least there was some interesting characters, some interesting comedy, and the chemistry between Tom Hardy and the Venom creature was just really fun to watch. Here, there's nothing fun about it. Everything just seems so shallow and grim and boring and dull and what? Yeah, sucks. Jared Leto's acting was, well, you know, Jared Leto, but it felt like he wasn't having any fun during this movie. But then again, you know, when you see Jared Leto out in public, it doesn't look like this guy has much fun to begin with. Better yet, I think what would have made this movie even better if Jared Leto took his character from House of Gucci and played Morbius that way. At least I would have gotten a great bunch of laughs out of it.
Never confuse shit with chocolato. They may look the same, but the taste very different. Trust me, I know.
Matt Smith, they must have pitched him this amazing idea of a movie because it's astonishing that he agreed to do this. That being said, I think Matt Smith was probably one of the highlights of the movie. He was the one having fun, and I think he was all dialed in and in on this hot mess of a joke. And let's not forget to mention about Tyrese. Anytime you see Tyrese is attached to a movie, you know you're gonna get awesome, amazing quality. Tyrese was so good, I think he had maybe 5 minutes worth of dialogue throughout the whole thing. It doesn't happen often, but this is definitely one of those movies where I had no connection or any feelings in particular for any character here. I didn't like Morbius. I really didn't like the love interest that much. Matt Smith's, character was at best, but throughout the whole movie, I just felt like the main characters were very unlikable. I mean, even Morbius as a young kid was kind of a dick and a know-it-all and kind of like a smartass, right? Even though he is a genius and he knows how to do things and all that, he didn't come across as anyone that I thought I would love to be friends with. So when they became friends, him and Matt Smith as young kids back in the day, I did find it to be kind of strange, but I understand it. They were looking after each other and all that kind of stuff like that, which is very cute and sweet. And they were in it to the end, and Morbius was gonna go out there and make sure that he does what he can do to cure himself and his friends so that they could live happily ever after. And then it didn't. But when things like that happen and there's no solid bond as an audience viewer and watching such a movie with characters that are unlikable and you cannot really connect to, that's a really bad sign. And it's hard for someone like myself to really get into a movie like this. And I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with my distaste in it. Morbius is definitely a type of movie that I think was better suited to just watch at home. I know Sony doesn't have a streaming platform they could put their stuff on, but do something, figure it out, make it available for video on demand, because I didn't think there was any particular reason why anyone would go out to the theaters and watch this. Really, seriously, it's a waste of your time. In fact, this movie is such hot garbage. I'm gonna do all of you a favor right now. I'm actually gonna tell you how the movie ends and what those post-credit scenes are all about. Just click on this video right here and I will tell you everything you want to know. I will save you such precious time of your life and money in your pockets, and you'll be thanking me later.